Street goal. I'll donate to that. That'd be amazing. I'd love that. All right.
Oh. Well, down here in the bottom right-hand side, we have, of course, the mystery man, the mad scientist, the breaker of glass, the king of cannons. This in the bottom right is Haas. He's in Prep Esports.
And the top left, he may not have the 69% win rate, but he used to be 69th in the legal act, and that's pretty nice. From good game aiming.
Indeed. Now, Haas doesn't like to scout early on these maps. He likes to scout really, really late. Nice, on the other hand, going out after the first gateway, looking around for any cannons in his natural. Any proxies, doesn't find anything there. And, wow, Haas is actually going out. I think he's going to hide a second pylon on the map.
Okay. Yeah, probe heading up to the north side. That's Proxyville. That high ground area that no one seems to expect the proxy, but the proxy always is placed.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just scouting it. Okay.
Okay. Love that Nice permanently looks so unimpressed. It's like, what are you going to throw, Haas? I know it's going to be something cheeky. Are you just hoping to catch me off guard in the mid game? Still a little annoyed about taking those disruptor shots on Romanticide the other day, to be honest, but I do think that Nice is, yeah, they're both looking everywhere. Oh, this is the respect these guys are showing each other. No actual cheese is coming out, but they're both checking everywhere to make sure there's no proxies.
Yeah. They're like, oh god, they're like so scared of each other's early game. I mean, they don't look it on their faces, but just the extreme vigilance on these probes on either side of the map. This goes to show you.
Probe will move up on into towards the main. Sees that some units are going to pop out and will spot. Oh, actually, I'm not sure it'll spot the Twilight Council.
No, I don't think so.
And tech hasn't been committed to for Nice, so nothing committed. Actually, I don't think Nice saw the Twilight. I don't think he went to the left.
Let's check his vision. Advantage has in that regard.
And Haas has one of the scariest one-base blink all-ins I've ever seen. It is actually just crazy. He loves to bring it out. Now, he normally does it up against like a quick one-gate expand. I don't know if he'll do it here. It could just be DTs, of course. He's going to have to choose in a moment. His gas is a little short. Waiting for 150, and blink does start up.
The probe gets gunned down here, and the blink has begun here for Haas. Nice, just going to try and expand and defense it. Dropping that shield battery. Sentries as well to drop those force fields. Oh, Haas committing here, dropping that proxy gateway as well.
I was asking the other day, why doesn't Nice ever do this versus Haas? I was like, man, like, you know, why engage him in his crazy cheese wars? Just expand with sentries and stalkers and defend. And, well, Nice is doing it. And I think it could definitely work out for him, especially with the Robotech. I mean, he's pumping units off 2 gateways. Just got to be careful of that blink micro. And, oh, great scout, sees no nexus. So we're going to see an extra shield battery, maybe even one at the ramp in case he's worried about the blink in the main. And we're going to see probably an Immortal get chronoed out.
Oh, for sure. The Insta Immortal, I think, from Nice. Unless he didn't pay it. No, I mean, he has to have seen it.
Yeah. No, he didn't see the proxy gate. Now he does see the Twilight. He still doesn't know about the proxy gate.
Still no shield batteries from Nice. If he makes an observer, I'm really concerned. Okay, there we go.
Got one. He's already got one on the natural. So
okay.
As long as he pauses probes and just does unit production, I think he should be okay. Then again, I've seen Haas do crazy things with this blink micro because he just gets to that point where he one-shots units, and that's always the scary thing. I don't know how many it takes to one-shot an Immortal. It's a crazy number, but it's the Stalkers and the Sentries that are the easy pickings.
Yeah, you take into account the hardened shield. I think it's like 15, 16 Stalkers or something. Like,
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's even more than that. It's actually just a crazy number.
Oh, that blink is insane! Haas just goes down the throat of Nice here. It doesn't work out, though.
He was not expecting the Immortal. That Immortal, he didn't see it when he chose to do that blink. So, obviously, he sits there and just targets Stalkers because he's got to make the most of it. But that was way more expensive than Haas wanted it to be. Very costly maneuver.
Second Immortal about to join the fray as well. And both shield batteries very high on the juice as well. This feels like Haas needs to pull out of this a little bit. Unfortunately, he's put so many resources into it.
He's going to whoop in some zealots, so he's going to try and tank the immortal shots with those. And of course, if Nice doesn't target fire, that can cost him a large amount of his damage per second.
I like the zealots. Get a tank here.
Ooh.
Nice will need a target fire to actually avoid the zealots. Haas really wants that immortal to shield battery, avoiding it. It's just keeping that thing juiced up though.
Yeah, it's not working out. This is basically held already.
GG.
That is a quick GG. And he was hoping to run into Stargate, Twilight, just about anything except that.
Yeah, just unfortunate build order choice for Haas against what Nice went for. Going for the Robo, getting the Immortal out quickly, having that single shield battery was enough at first, and then once the second shield battery hit, and once the second Immortal hit, I mean, you could even just go back to the first blink there from Haas. An insane blind blink there. A big gamble, but he rolled Snake Eyes. It did not work out for him.
Yeah, a couple of ones, just look at him straight in the face there, and the moment that Immortal just walks down the ramp as he blinks, and he's like, are you kidding me? Oh. But Nice playing incredibly safe, good scouting from him, hallucinations, secondary probes to confirm, yes, I am indeed being all in. And it was the right call for map 1, so takes that 1-0 lead to a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, so Nice currently up 2-0 in this map, in this match as far as map score is concerned. But of course, we're going to get into the second game going up next to see if Haas can tie it up. Guys, don't go away. We'll see you after the break. G'day StarCraft fans, welcome back to the DreamHack Masters Taiwan main event here for the Winter Season. I'm main up with me as Pig, and we're in the grand finale between Noise and Haas, with Nice currently having a 2-0 map lead here against Haas, the reigning champ.
Indeed, a very good start to the series there. Basically, both of them just opening up rather straightforward, and then bam, Haas wants to do the one base blink all in. Does not work against such a conservative expand into just cutting probes at 28. Sentries, Stalkers, Shield Battery, pumping Immortals, super good, solid, and safe play from Nice. And the sort of thing I was kind of calling for a little bit more when watching some of his previous series. Don't do it every game, of course. Maybe a bit too predictably defensive and campy. Not so good versus, of course, something like just Adept Oracle Harass from Haas. But in that case, it was definitely the right tech to have, the correct build order, and it got him a very clean defense.
It certainly did. Looking on Haas's side of the ring to see what he's got planned for Nice. If he's got something a little bit special up his hand or up his sleeve, and what it is, and how well does it work, and can he keep it from Nice's ever watchful gaze? As we get into this third map here, which is second played map at third map score. It's trying to not be confusing, but I'm failing at it. Nice, for everyone tuning in, has the 1-0 map lead before the series even started because he won the upper bracket. He's got a little something for his troubles, having not lost the series yet.
Indeed, and that is, of course, going to make this man's job ever harder. But that is, of course, the price he pays for losing their previous series. In the bottom left side of the map, representing Prep Esports in the red, this is Haas.
And in the top right here, currently holding all the cards in this series. Can he hold on to them? This is Good Game Gaming's Noise.
This was Haas's map pick. Remember that he picked the maps with the one gate expand potential, both here and Blackburn. Came out with a special 2-star Phoenix build last time. This time around, no doubt, has something else planned.
Well, it's a little bit of a probe-on-probe action here in the natural hot stuff.
And try and force that pylon out early from Nice. Now, Nice has actually got the money to drop a Nexus himself, and he hasn't committed just yet, so he's a little focused on this micro. Does put his own Nexus down about 10 seconds later than it probably should have, but same time, Haas gets his expand as well. Okay. I'm surprised he didn't invest in the pylon there. Haas wanted it so badly. Like, it seems like if you put a pylon down there, Haas is in trouble. But I think Nice is like, it'll be too stressful. He might just be all-inning, right? He's like, I just want to take my expand. He puts a Nexus down. I'm much happier to play one gate versus one gate than I am one gate versus some sort of crazy Haas all-in.
True. We do have the Stalker production beginning for both players here. Both of them, of course, the one gate expand. Stargate goes down for Haas. And Nice does see it. What's the plan for Nice here? What's his tier 2 structure?
I think this is probably just going to be a Twilight Council, to be honest. I feel like knowing he's up against an expand build, I think he's just going to build a shield battery maybe in the natural and just kind of defend this up. And Twilight, really standard blink expand play. Yeah,
I think it's actually the correct thing to do as well if you're in PvP and you've also seen the Stargate earlier as well. Your opponent's got that head start on the Stargate. Nice little pylon trick there for Haas to force the probe out from that full wall in.
That was very well done. Of course, Haas putting it in the corner first, building the pylon, and then it kind of just squishes it through because it's got nowhere else to go. And a full wall off is always such an odd way of doing it because it's really good for denying scouting and that sort of thing, but it also does come with a price. I mean, he can't move out to take a third without actually killing one of his buildings, and Stalker at home just shuts this down. So he doesn't get too much scouting other than the fact that it is a Twilight Council.
Yes, indeed. That last probe, Haas gets gunned down. You're quite right. Like, it becomes very awkward if your opponent does go for something really aggressive and you're trying to defend behind the full wall in. The full wall in is meant to help you. It supports you against things like Adept Shades into your mineral line. But the downside is you don't get to take that third. You don't get out there. You don't get to have the freedom to get your ground army out there to meet that army face to face either. Void Ray shows up and just right clicks on that shield battery to take it down. Nice, instantly remaking that shield battery, or rather the pylon, knowing that it is likely to go down.
Oh, does get that Void Ray out just barely, and killing the shield battery opens up the path for the Oracle. The Stalkers aren't staying there. Nice, he just killed your shield battery, mate. Oh no, nice, falling for it.
This is big brain from Haas. Very, very clever. He's going to find a lot of probe damage here.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay, should get that Oracle out healthy. Hung around a bit too long, so it does just have to hide in the corner, but mostly healthy there. And a DT Shrine goes down for Haas in the top left of the map. There is a Robo already almost finished for Nice. He's definitely got the tech to deal with this, but he has to actually realize it's there. Otherwise, if he doesn't have an observer at home, he can get in big trouble.
Big trubs. Natural free of shield battery here, at least in the probe line. The Oracle gets a couple more on its way out.
Nice is poised to take a quick third base. Haas ahead on economy right now, but investing a lot in the Forge, the DTs. And Nice drops the third. Haas preparing for his own third base. Robo is building an observer. Now, where that first observer goes, very important. Because I doubt he builds two of them. And DT's going to hit probably about 30 seconds or so from now.
Yeah, it does take a long time for the Shrine to get done, but it is just about to get there. Oh, Oracle finally dies. Good pick off there from Nice. Does mean that Haas is going to be a little bit blind as far as what Nice has got defensively. The Observer is...
out.
Yeah, it's going to be out of position.
That's definitely big. The first DTs will be warping in momentarily, or I should say DT. That Observer's coming even further across the map now.
Is Haas on one gateway?
Surely.
Oh, two gateways. Oh, okay, never mind. There's
A whole bunch must have just
finished.
A whole bunch. Yeah,
Okay.
just finished. DT's warping in super late. Is there an observer at home? Where is that observer? I think it's just arrived at Haas's base. It has. It's just arrived. Oh, he's got to recall that real quick.
Yeah, and he's been instant recall on that observer. There is no detection otherwise for Nice. He does not have a Stargate, does not have oracles.
Oh, Haas isn't going in though. Okay, so Haas doesn't want to show this. He wants to wait for Nice to be on his side of the map attacking, and that's when Haas is going to hit him. Because Haas has had the economic lead. He's building cannons. You can see Haas is setting up defensively, right? He's in this really defensive stance because he wants to wait for Nice to be in a position where he can ensure, assure himself that it's going to be hard to respond to. He doesn't want this DT to just get killed by an observer and some stalkers that happens to be there. Because there's no way for Haas to see what we can see, that the observer is out of position and is a good time to strike. So he's playing a little bit safer, trying to hedge the odds here and make sure that Dark Templar finds the mark.
Yeah, so taking his time here. It's really has brought a lot of resources into this, and it needs to pay off. And waiting for it to pay off as much as possible. Patience is key here, but again, the problem with it is that the Nice is going to start having more and more of the things, which does make it tough for your single DT to do as much damage as it would have done when you had maybe 40% less stuff.
Yeah. +2 is on the way now for Haas, so a good upgrade lead. Just in terms of the macro game, ignoring the DTs, it's like, hey, you got an upgrade lead, you're up a few probes this whole time. Robo Bay is there. Blink DT comes in. Yes, I was like, if you're waiting this long, you might as well, right? Hey.
More observers being made here from Nice to get a bit more of a comprehensive vision of the map. He's got multiple observers around the place, actually. And our third's looking more and more secure as time goes forward. Haas has got his own observer, always going observer hunting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did you see? He does. Very nice. Gets one.
And less of those, and more likely that these DTs are going to find the mark.
I'd like to see Haas take a fourth base here, but I don't think that's his comfort zone, Maynard.
I don't think so either. He does not really enjoy that late game. We have seen Haas play that late game. I remember that Miranda side game between the two of them where it was Blink Disruptor Wars. That was fun.
Whenever Nice is behind against Haas, he tends to just kind of drive his pike into the ground, really set his feet deep in the dirt. And he says, I just got to hold. That's it, just hold. Because if he gets deep enough, he feels like there's no way Haas can take him down in the late game. And he's shown it quite a few times in their series. But normally it is Haas that finds the opening and stabs him. So BT does walk into that third, finding a couple probes. Small bit of damage here, not bad.
Not bad at all. Observer unsieges and comes to join in, as the DT is going to get maybe half a dozen probes before it dies.
Well worth.
Yeah, good DT from Haas.
And disruptors are out now for Haas. Question is, okay, fourth base, I like it. Yes, Haas, continue to grow. The thing is that Nice kind of pulls up his armor like this, and he does give up map control to some extent. Now, Haas actually won the last time they had a disruptor battle. He had a big advantage in that disruptor battle. He went into them much faster. This time, he's a little earlier into disruptors, but not massively so. There is, of course, the economy advantage for Haas. But it's the Blink DTs that I'm really thinking are his biggest chance of, if the game gets messy, when Nice moves out to take a fourth, big Blink DT backstab might be the game winner.
Unlike the previous time they went to the late game, though, Haas is actually looking really good on the upgrades versus Nice. Remember, Nice had like I think he actually had a multiple upgrade lead on Haas at one point. So having the upgrade advantage as well as the disruptor production advantage, I mean, he doesn't have 2 robos, so it's actually not an advantage. I take that back, but he does have a lot more damage on this giant ball of stalkers in a stand-up fight.
Yep. Whoa,
Oh
Nice
Whoa.
going for a crazy
Whoa.
blink forward. Dude, that's a terrible move from Nice. He did not even see the depth of this army. Haas is the better army.
Yeah, both of them whipping with the disruptors, but it is around that time, guys. We're going to have the balls and the blink stalkers hitting in. DT's going for the third nexus while distracted.
Oh, that prism. Oh, the DT distraction. Crucial there for Haas. Nice. Hanging around too long takes a massive purification Nova to the face.
Yeah, it's not what you want. A nice plummeting in army supply versus Haas here. He is down almost 20. In fact, he's down exactly 20. Haas going up the guts into the natural mad moves from both sides. The disruptors getting targeted by a Haas, getting rid of all of those disruptors, and his Nova connects to the back of the pack. Nice. Atrociously moving with his army there. And
He has
Haas
no detection.
punishing him for it.
He had no detection, so he was panicking there. The DTs were just putting so much pressure on him. He was just freaking out a little bit. He was trying to use disruptors to like kill DTs in his own mineral line that he couldn't see. And obviously in that moment of panic, Haas was like, oh, I know I've got you. And the way he shoved in there, you could see that Nice disruptors got so disorganized and just mounting the pressure on, piling it up, stacking it up. Haas says, yeah, goodbye. Those one-sided series you guys were watching earlier today. No, not here.
That's right. I mean, we've casted 4 series, including this one. We've casted 3, and we're in the midst of our 4th. And this is the first time that one player didn't just win all the maps.
Yeah.
Nice. Good stuff.
Very nice, but not so much for Nice in that one because he has fallen to Haas.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right. So I have to pay you that one.
It gives me joy to hurt you, Maynard.
I already have Fear Dragon in my life. I don't need a second Fear Dragon. Yeah, that's a great game from Haas. Some extremely good disruption novas where Nice got distracted by the DTs, as you mentioned. You know, it's attention is a resource, as we've seen multiple people talk about in StarCraft 2. You got your minerals, you got your gas, you got your supply, and then you've got attention. And if your attention can be taken away, or you know, have one hand waving around, distracting what the other hand is doing, stuff like that is going to happen, especially to a unit like the Disruptor in a PvP.
I still can't believe this worked. Bit of a mistake there for Nice.
Huge brain.
He should have been split after that. Kind of rebuilt the shield battery straight away, but of course there's downtime in between, and the Oracle did punish. And this first DT got a little bit of harassment done. But then look at this big shot, and not even blinking out of it. Nice taking some sloppy fights over there.
Yeah, and this was just a move command over with the Disruptors being the same control group. Another distraction potentially, or maybe just everything was on cooldown as far as Blink's concerned. The Immortals obviously can't do anything about it. They're just going to eat that disruption over. Nice, desperate, maybe even just gave up at that point. A lot of different explanations potentially.
And Haas does end up overwhelming with the mass Stalkers. And he had 4 bases and 86 probes behind that Maynard. And that is the sort of Haas that I like to see. The one who's like, I have a ridiculous economy behind this. And when you pull up into that super defensive mindset, I will take advantage of it. I will just go to the next step and get ahead. When Haas shows this level of flexibility, it really puts his opponents in a terrible position because they can't just be like, oh, just defend and get to late game. He's on 86 probes. You ain't getting to late game. He's going to have so much more stuff than you because his economy is too much better. You got to defend your third. You got to defend your fourth. You have to be able to match him in those upgrades. And nice, just steadily fell behind in all of those as Haas built advantage upon advantage.
Yep, even like +3 attack, he had all of the different advantages that you can have basically in StarCraft. Better supply, bigger army, better tools as well, and the better upgrades. So we are going to get into the next map here. Countdown has begun and stopped, so we're ready for the next StarCraft game. The map escapes me. I've forgotten what the next map is.
So this would be probably...
Romanticide. Thank you, production.
And it would be Nice's pick, of course, because
That's
Haas
right.
has Blackburn after this one, I believe. And we're going to see another one of those one gate expand sort of situations. Interesting. I'm still wondering what would have happened if Haas Nexus got blocked in that last game. But didn't, and we didn't get to find out. Let's see what happens here on Romanticide. In the bottom left, bottom right, I should say, representing Prep Esports, this is Haas.
And in the top left, lost the last game, but still winning in the series so far. This is Good Game Gaming's. Nice.
And Haas, I keep talking about how he doesn't like to scout. Well, he's going out of the map a bit earlier this time, but this looks a little bit more like it's there to proxy than anything else.
Yeah.
Weird path. I guess just looking for an opponent's proxy potentially as well, but I mean, that early? Does anyone proxy that early? Like, Cybercore hasn't even started, so yeah. Oh, he just didn't want to get spotted. He's gonna hide down there. Okay.
I have seen in PvP, specifically on this map, and I think it might have been Haas too that did it, hiding a gateway down here.
Sometimes old school, I remember people doing a rowboat or a Stargate there as well. Just building an Immortal or a Void Ray, and like there's a shield battery already next to it as it pops. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. So he starts the pylon. He's gonna scout, but he pretends the probe's coming from a normal direction. That's why he cued it around in a bit of an awkward way. He wanted to pretend it was coming from the normal direction. And he's just like, yep, all good. Now, even if he doesn't proxy anything else there, he could just warp in like Adepts or something there, right? By surprise, or DTs, right? If he goes for a quick DT build, warping them inside the natural means they hit super fast.
Yeah, well, the probe's still getting tagged here by the probes of Nice, so it's not going to escape and get back down to the pylon to drop anything else without Nice knowing about it. Obviously, having the pylon unscouted is better than trying to drop a gateway and brute force this. So, just going to bounce.
And that probe will go down to the Stalker. Stalker, of course, much faster than it, so it should be able to get that extra shot off. Okay,
and
so
Nice goes for the
Stalkers.
pylon block in the natural there. So he does get to see what's coming out of the gateways of Haas. Sees the sentry, which shows expand, usually.
Yeah, absolutely. Sentry, Stargate afterwards. Not normally what you do after a Stalker Sentry, ever. Stalker Sentry is very gas heavy. Stargate's very gas heavy. You can't do both. Haas can, though. He just doesn't build any other gateway units. He's just like, no, that's it. One Stalker, one Sentry, and all the gas is going to go into probably Oracles, I would imagine. But Hallucination will get the scout and the confirmation. So Nice being very safe and diligent here.
Going to go the Twilight route again properly, considering how behind he would be on a second on his own Stargate. So Twilight Council makes a lot of sense.
Starts a Void Ray, cancels it, starts an Oracle. Phoenix comes back in, sees it, cancels it, starts a Void Ray.
Cancels it, makes a Phoenix. Cancels the Phoenix, makes a Fleet Beacon.
Hey, there's two Adepts are warped in.
Yeah, there we go.
So there we go. There is a probe there, and there's not many workers on the natural yet. So I'm not sure you want to go in with it straight away. Second Oracle's on the way as well. Twilight Council, so standard blink opening here for Nice.
And wait for the natural to get saturated and then just come down there. Don't worry about the main.
Oh, and just do it with 4 Adepts. Why just 2, right? Making a third, yeah. And then he could even split fire them. Oh, he goes in, he shows them. Okay, he wants to show 2. The next 2 will come in a bit later.
Oh,
okay.
A mistake from there for Nice.
And they both get in.
The main.
They both get in. Oh, takes out 2 more. That's 5 probes. And the other 2 walk into the natural at the same time. Nice won't even be looking at that. Oh, yes, he is. He pulls. He does pull his probes. And force fields. Oh, okay. But another shade into the main. How many more can he get? 7, 8. Make it 9. Make it 10. Make it rain, Daddy Adept.
Damn. Adept's trying to find some counter damage here for Nice. I mean, getting the sentry is great, but it's not going to be anywhere near as much catastrophic probe damage as what Haas got here.
Yeah,
being up 6 workers in this PvP is a pretty big deal at the 5-minute mark.
Those oracles feel left out, dude. They're like, that's our job. We're meant to kill like 10, 12 probes, not you guys. What the heck? We had to just clean up some adepts instead. Now, obviously, we've got to be wary. It was a lot of units for economy. Haas could potentially die to some sort of counterattack, like when Blink's done, maybe. But the double oracles keep so much pinned at home. Yeah, Nice can't really move out. And it's just going to have to try and recover that worker count. Does get 1 probe there. Takes a lot of damage, though.
Yeah.
2 probes, actually.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Got the one in the mineral line and then the other one making the pylon.
Yeah. Much later Twilight for Haas. But we do expect Blink to come in. It'll be about a minute later, maybe a minute and a bit. Haas going to go for a quick third. Great way. This is how you build advantage here. I mean, you just take that quick third. Nice has already taken his, so he's trying to recover in the long game as well. Haas, though, 1 step ahead on the probes.
A little behind in tech, but ahead in economy. And also a 3rd Nexus and plop down for both players. Nice, a little bit further along with that one. Now,
Haas got a stasis on the 3rd. Oh, sorry, I was just going to say, if you got a stasis on the 3rd, that would have been so sick, actually. That would have delayed it so long.
Well, I was just going to mention the oracles here, is the fact that that's something that Nice needs to respect for pretty much the whole game until one of them dies. Double oracle doesn't care about your shield batteries. It'll just roll into a mineral line, and whether you got a shield battery or not, it'll one-shot probes. At least Phoenix is actually looking for them right now.
Yeah, I love it when they keep it alive in a game like this, and then you're like 14 minutes in, they kill another like 14 workers, and you're just like, no way.
Yeah, they're just like, surprise, mother flipper.
They flip that worker count upside down very, very easily sometimes. The Forge is on the way, so he'll catch up slowly on the upgrades with Nice. Nice will have a lead there as well. Nice doing such a good job of hitting his worker count. Haas has not, so the worker count has closed, and Nice has actually taken the lead just by being more diligent with holding down the probe key and constantly chrono boosting.
Blink done for both players now. It really feels like a pretty similar army is going to be hitting the field on the ground. Obviously, the Oracle's a small difference here, but otherwise, it's going to be a lot of Stalkers against a lot of Stalkers.
Yeah, Haas is letting his lead slip away, though, because he's just not focusing on his economy right now. This is the Haas I don't like to see. He's just not building probes. He's building cannons. Okay, he's moving out for an attack now. Does he have a warp prism, though?
He did make a warp prism, yes.
Okay. All right, this is. I'm like, okay, it's totally fine to fall behind on workers as long as you're turning that into army. And I saw a cannon on the way, and I was like, oh, don't tell me he's just macroing awkwardly. But he is indeed going to do a big warp in on the front. He will hit a slight supply block after warping in just a couple of guys, but got the unit advantage right now. Does Haas. That's significant. Sentries are good. Shield battery is good. But an immortal and a big stalker advantage, Maynard.
Yeah, big stalker advantage. +1 is about to finish for Nice. He's going to have a bit more damage output on those stalkers. And the defender's advantage, of course, the shield battery helping him a fair bit here as well as the sentries. But does Haas, with this immortal and with his superior stalker numbers, not care about any of those things? Can he still make it happen here at the 3rd base?
He gets the 3rd. Obviously, that's huge. I think he's not completely committed to killing this by any means. Haas down 8 workers right now. But as long as he's efficient, he's not just trying to force the issue, that's totally fine. Haas is a Blink Stalker King.
He's really good at Blink. There's quite the skill. Force field's coming down from Nice just to make it a little bit awkward for Haas and force those units out of range of the Nexus so they're not doing more and more damage to the shields. And Haas really, maintaining a lovely army supply lead here and trying to get the job done here on Nice. Neither player making any probes right now. It is all about units. I do like that Nice has got double Robo here. So even though he's behind on the Immortals, he's about to overtake Immortal production.
Some Zealots get warped in just as some cheap tanky units there for Haas. And they will help a lot against the 2 Immortals coming out. Disruptor is now on the way for Nice. Trying to catch up on that +2. Nice, so common, finds himself in deep waters against Haas, but he's so good at defending and dragging himself back into these games. So even though Haas has a big army advantage, will that be enough? The angling pretty good for Haas, but nice, even better.
Yeah, and the Immortal a little bit exposed for Haas now, as Hardened Shield's also been cracked. Now there's double Immortal in the army for Nice. I mean, Haas is really committed here, so he has to make something happen, but it feels less and less likely the longer this goes. Disruptors are about to hit the field now for Nice.
Yeah, those disruptors could really sway things, but the third base is getting low, the army counts are getting smaller, and Haas still has a big supply advantage.
Whoop, Nova coming forward, clips the leg of that Immortal, and that's good enough because there's no Hardened Shield and there's not many hit points left on it.
Oh, another battery overcharge. This fight's been going so long, it's the second or third one.
Yeah, certainly is. If Haas he's lost those oracles, hasn't he? Because it would be awesome for him to hit a drone line right now, or a probe line right now.
That would be absolutely huge, man. I've got to agree with you on that. Doesn't find it though, and the disruptors are going to push him back. I think it's, yeah, Haas takes a fourth, builds a few more probes as well. I think he's got to start +2 and think about his next step. Haas says, I think I can kill the Nexus. Shut up, pig. You don't know anything.
Yeah, shut up, pig. Commentators. I mean, he kills the third, but he has kind of, you know, poked the beehive here, and I think the swarm is angry.
Yeah,
Nice has got a pretty scary army now.
His Oracle's F2'd in, and he lost one of them as well. If he had some stasis traps behind this, that would have been huge. Don't throw the Oracle away. The Oracle's such a valuable unit.
Oh, man. Haas bleeding so many units on the retreat here.
Kind of wants to bait Nice out almost, but I think his units are a bit too damaged. Obviously, killing the third is huge, so Haas is like, any trade's a good trade, almost. Like, this is something where Haas, he's so good at understanding where extending the fight is good, even when it's in such a dangerous situation. Like, we look at it, we're like, dude, this could go bad so quickly. Haas is like, yeah, but I'm good at micro, and I'm gonna, you know, keep it close. Problem is, he is down a full upgrade, +3 starts at the same time, as does +2. Haas down in supply right now. Oh, my lord.
Big target fire there and picks off the Disruptor. More Disruptors where that came from. Nice, launching one into the back, kills 3 Stalkers there.
Okay, Haas, you got to pull back, mate. He's got to switch gears. This is definitely getting wasteful. That last blink, a little bit a lot too YOLO. It was crazy. It was a bad blink. It was not a good blink. Nice to short up his defenses. He's got his third rebuilt, and at this point, charge coming in. I wonder what the next step is for Haas. Does he swap into some more run bys? I think Stalker Disruptor does really struggle to deal with multi-prong.
Yeah. True that. I'm feeling like Nice's army is better now. I like the charge lots a lot against the Blink Stalkers. They're okay, I suppose, if they can get on top of the Disruptors and the Blink Stalkers get forced back, but they really aren't a super convincing unit for me for Haas. If he had his own Disruptors, he's just started his own Robo Bay.
This is a scary moment for Haas, because his Stalkers are outnumbered right now, and there's the Disruptors. And charge, yeah, it will kick in. I think Nice realizes he could get surrounded. And you know what? Nice might have actually been able to push there. But I don't think he had a Warp Prism to reinforce. Without that, with the threat of the Zealots, I mean, you never know when 20, 30 Zealots is going to come in and flank you. And that's something Stalkers and Disruptors can't really deal with. If they get surrounded, they just go down. They're too fragile. They kind of need to pick where the fights happen.
The Zealots getting picked off for the middle there. A couple of them get picked off anyway to the Stalkers of Nice. And now it's equal to 2 upgrades, but Nice has got a huge start on +3 attack. So once again, the upgrade's looking good for him. Haas is just sprinting Zealots right now.
He's got a 5th base going up, so he's going to be able to just keep transferring probes, and he's building a lot more of them as well. Nice, though. He's got such a big income. If he can get a bunch of Archons out, the Zealots will wash up on them.
Yep. Archons are a pretty hard counter to Zealots. Disruptor's starting to join in, but honestly, Nice could probably just hold that choke point and the Zealots kind of get mitigated there. They're really good in open ground.
I'd love to see a Warp Prism get into the main of Nice. Anything to get some movement going. This stage of the game, it's hard to find your way in on the front. Oh, speak of the devil, I didn't see that, I swear. I swear I didn't see that. Oh, +3! +3!
Oh, overcharge!
Oh, battery overcharge. He keeps it. Battery overcharge, so clutch there. That was such a quick response from Nice.
Really well done. So he does maintain that upgrade lead here. +3 is done. So the Forge has kind of done its dash, as it were, but it's still staying alive. Shield battery still keeping up. Haas has got his own shield battery, or rather Disruptor in the mix, but these Novas coming on in. Nice, just Nova'd a lot of his own army there, but does kill some of Haas's Zealots.
Yeah, he gets some of the Zealots. He takes a little losses. The Prism does go down in the main. A nice split from Nice. Dude, Nice is handling this. He's absolutely just blossoming out of control in the supply. Haas, he needs to get those disruptors out. He's chronoing them 3 at a time. He's running home, scrambling back to his defenses to try and catch up.
Haas is actually triple robo-producing disruptors right now, and that might be his key to victory here. If he can win a fight, it's going to be off the back of good disruptor connections. He does have the advantage of charge lots. That's something that Nice is missing, and it definitely helps a lot in these battles against a lot of Bleach Stalkers.
I think it's really awkward in the skirmishes, though. In a pitch battle, it's good. Ooh! Oh, my lord. The Stalkers from Nice dodged most of those disruptor shots. I think that was good enough.
I think so. It was actually really hard to notice when that Disruptor Nova hit. I'm like, did that hit Nice or Haas there? And it took me a minute to realize the blue Stalkers were on the outside of the donut. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, the Disruptor's looking a little bit exposed. Nice has the numbers. There are cannons and batteries, but now the Robos out front are exposed. Haas fighting his way back into this. Oh, 2 Stalkers do get clipped by that. Cannon's starting to go down. These Disruptors, though, on the outside looking so good. And Haas,
oh my
lord!
God.
That was a massive shot. I mean, it looked like Haas accidentally move commanded his disruptors into the Stalkers, but somehow Nice didn't blink away from it. I mean, they both made a bit of a blunder, and Haas came out on top with that one, and he's going to punish now. Oh, but he's clumped. He's so clumped.
Now the Zealots are ripping and shredding through everything here as it starts to move command back.
Oh.
Haas wins insane fights here and loses insane fights. It's like both of them hate their own Stalkers.
Dude,
so much damage from the disruptors.
I think they tell you when you sign up for Haas or Nice's military, they go, oh yeah, by the way, your main job as a Zealot or Stalker is to call down airstrikes on yourself. Like, seriously, the disruptors are just dropping so many shots on their own units. And obviously, it makes sense when you got Zealots jumping on you. You kind of need to clip your own units to hit the center of the Zealots. But definitely, those fights were getting chaotic. And Haas, like, when he was blinking forward in those situations, I just cannot comprehend. Like, that level of bravery, I don't know if it's bravery or insanity, Maynard, but Haas has it.
It can be both. You know, if someone charges into a superior numbered force with a knife in their teeth, screaming, it's brave, but also insane.
Yeah. Maybe those aren't mutually exclusive, eh? That actually does make sense. Wise words, and something I'm sure Haas knows quite a bit about. Zealot Stalker in the middle. Obviously, the Stalker advantage goes to Nice. Zealots on the bottom left have kept Nice on 4 bases. Haas is on 6.
Indeed. There is the potential in the Dark Templar, I guess, but at the moment, I'm not really loving it for Nice.
Uh-oh. Oh! What the heck? Why would you attack there?
Yeah,
that's absolutely insane.
Okay, that wasn't brave. That was just insane.
That was just insane. That was crazy.
Oh,
Haas.
man. That's an incredible throw there.
Haas just jumped onto Nice's sword, mate. I think maybe he only saw the edge of the disruptors and he thought there was only 2 and they both fired or something. But there was like 5 in there and he just blinked right in and just took massive shots. And now the DTs as well. Haas was in such a good position. And Nice doesn't even need to flip it. Haas flips the table. He says checkmate. Nice scratching his head, about to concede. Haas flips the table for him.
I can't believe he's done this. I can't believe he's done this.
Oh my lord. I mean, Haas had such a good economy advantage. Maybe he can get back in this. He's rebuilding that Nexus. And oh, he's going to lose the top right as well. All of his base advantage disappears. DTs recall out. And Nice here, gonna pull back. He's gonna gather his forces. The upgrades are tying up again here as Haas finishes his +1 armor, and still a very close game. But I mean, we talk about Haas. He's so good at getting ahead in the mid game, being kind of indefatigable. I can't speak words right now. I'm too excited. Being confusing for his opponents to understand. He then gets ahead, Maynard, and do you know what? He swarms them. But when he's on equal workers and slightly down in the army, he can't swarm them. And this is why I worry now for Haas's success in this, because Nice, look at this, his DTs are running amok, causing so much.
Yeah, they're causing mischief here. They keep picking off the top right. They also can potentially become Archons in a pitch battle to handle against the charge lots as well, which is again an advantage for Haas. So he continues to make more and more disruptors. Haas is, I mean, he had a lovely lead. He was looking real good for a minute there, but we don't want to keep beating a dead horse. But my God,
yeah.
that That attack was just balmy. Like, I can't believe he went for it.
That was a little wild. Haas, is going to retake those corner bases. Nice. Happy to just take a 5th. Haas, of course, wants to go up to 6 bases. Still missing a lot of gases on those expansions, as he's been so zealot heavy.
Nova coming in from the backside there for Haas, trying to get the trying to go for the catch. He's going bowling.
I'd love to see another Warp Prism in the main move from either player, honestly. I think DTs in the main would wreck Haas. DTs or Zealots in the main of Nice could do well. Uh-oh. Is this DTs on the bottom?
It is.
Oh,
that's bad news for this base.
Uh-oh. Haas is in huge trouble. He doesn't have defensive infrastructure where he needs it, and he's starting to take massive damage. Zealots will attack the south side. Cannon and Battery stalling them out. Zealot and Stalker attacks on the top. Nice is going to lose a few probes as well. Actually, no. He scrambles together, defends the top side. Bottom side gets defended by Zealot DT. Nice is shutting down Haas on every side, while also ripping apart his third base.
If Haas wins this final and we get the interview with him, I'd love to talk to him about this game.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh my lord, the man likes to fight, but I mean, even here, chasing this army down, Nice is consistently had so many disruptors behind. The way Haas is chasing him, absolutely wild, but he does get on top of the disruptors. He's taking out the valuable units. I mean, this is paying off.
Charge loss, baby. They really, like, it seems like they're not good, but the charge loss is just so great when you, especially when you're trying to retreat from a battle. The charge lots just keep chasing and chasing and doing damage and doing damage. And those disruptors are slower than the stalkers, so if you move commanding back, they'll eventually be at the back of the pack and then get picked off by the charge loss as well.
Disruptor trying to move down here to the bottom. Haas, though, diving on in there. He will take that disruptor out. He's going to take out this bottom base. Battery overcharge cannon's going to buy time. He's going to try and recall to it. Wow, brave move.
Right into the top of charge loss, though. He's got the Novas in the back pocket. In come the Nova. Good split from Haas. Hold on that.
Haas, pull out. Haas, there's way too much here, mate.
Nah. Go charge lot.
Yeah, he just lost a base. I think he's lost too much economy because he lost his third and he lost the top right base. Haas desperate here. This is his last-ditch effort. He charges, and he does indeed bruise Nice a little bit. He cannot make him bleed.
Indeed. And now Nice finds himself on match point. Haas is going to be kicking himself for that one. That was it was hard to watch, honestly. Some of the decisions from Haas in the middle of the game. Obviously, the big one at the 4th base of Nice was just inexcusable for a player as good as Haas. Just maybe impatience, a misread on the situation, a mixture of the two.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
I think it's got to be that misread, honestly. I think he just thought somehow he'd seen the whole army and the disruptors were both empty and didn't realize there was quite a few more disruptors and blinking into that, charging onto it. Oh, it was a disaster. But mistakes do happen in these high-intensity, high-pressure situations, and hats off to Nice for weathering the storm in that game. He was down in supply, down in bases for a big portion, and he just hung right on. He lost his 3rd base up against a 4-base Haas, calmly rebuilt, and just absolutely withstood the hurricane that is Haas.
Well, Hurricane Haas is going to need to huff and puff a little bit harder to blow Nice's house down. It's looking real good for him at the moment. We're going to take a short break. When we return, can Haas fight back, or will Nice finish him off? We'll see you after the break. G'day, StarCraft fans. Welcome back to the DreamHack Masters main event here for winter for the Taiwan region. We are in the grand finale between Nice and Haas, with Nice, who looked really good the first series that they faced off against each other, on match point. And Haas, he's fighting back. He's got a little bit of a road ahead against himself. He wants to get that year of Haas that he wanted so badly after that win in fall season.
Yeah, dude. This is actually just insane, though. That last game was... I feel like these two and Romanticide just gives us wild games. Because remember, this was game one of their last series, and it was the same sort of thing. Base trades, fireworks, back and forth action. So, just cool to see. Apparently, Romanticide, it's hard to kill each other on, and that allows us to have some real back and forth. Add disruptors to that equation, and it's some crazy back and forth.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is. I mean, you know me, Pig. As far as PvP is concerned, Blink Disruptor for me is the Mega Chad army comp. It's the most fun way to play PvP. And the few times that I have done it myself, and also especially as a fan and a commentator, I really enjoy viewing Blink Disruptor as an army comp. It's just so fun. It's so explosive, literally. And in the bottom right here, he has some good connections, but couldn't close it out. Can he do it here on Blackburn? His tournament life literally on the line. From Preppy Sports, this is Haas.
His map pick, of course. His opponent, of course, representing Good Game Gaming and just one game away from winning this grand finals and securing the spot in the season finals. In the bottom left, it's Nice. So far, only one gas for Nice. He'd like to take that quick expansion. But Haas is coming in with a probe, and I think he's going to block it.
Yeah, he's trying to go for it at least.
And then Haas turns around and builds a pylon. Ooh. You know what? Nice is really committed. So this probe coming in at the last second just before he puts the Nexus down is actually a real bummer. But he's not going to... Haas, you got to block that, buddy. Oh, it's so funny. Nice assumed it was going to get blocked, so he immediately dropped a second pylon, a second gas, and went and dropped the core and built a Zealot. Nice actually could have just built the Nexus there. But he was a little worried he wouldn't be able to get it down, so he goes to plan B. Zealot on the way for Haas as well.
Alrighty. Well, both players getting a little strange, a little bit left of center to start things off with in this game on Blackburn, which does tend to be a bit of a wild map. Oh, probe getting zippity zapped back. Oh, the respect from both players. Respect.
I think Haas just wants to proxy Void Ray if he can. He's already sending the Zealot across the map. He wants this probe to stop following him, though. He really wants that probe to stop following him. Nice is like, I'm gonna double check, make sure I know what's going on. Nice has not expanded yet. Oh, and he's sending the Zealot Scout up. He's gonna see the pylon.
Yeah, sees the pylon now. And he's going to start working on it as well, so it seems like Haas has got to switch gears a little bit here.
He's going to the gold base
as well.
He's going to the gold base, Maynard. Haas is going to take the gold. Oh, this is exciting. Oh, I love this. Okay, I mean, that gold base is so hard to defend. So it's Robo, and he's building a pylon up here, preparing to take that Nexus. So Robo for Haas on 2-gate, and Nice is actually on 3-gate Robo on 1 base. So Haas is going to get all in by Nice. If he drops the Nexus, oh no! I think we're looking at a 4-1 Maynard. If Haas defends without maybe if he cancels the Nexus, that's the one hope. But otherwise, I don't know how you can defend a 3-gate Robo like this.
What if Nice makes macro errors?
Well, yeah, both players getting a slight supply block from losing a forward pylon this game. Does it stop any important unit building though? Doesn't stop the Robo unit, and that's really the one that matters.
Yeah. And Nice has gone for the Observer first here, Twilight Council behind it.
Oh, no, Twilight Council won't help him at all. Oh, Haas, I mean, obviously they're in a situation with no information, and Haas is assuming he's going to expand. Nice, playing against his own image. I think it's the perfect strategy choice. Haas, we know he's a gambler, and I think Nice has picked the perfect strategy for Blackburn.
And he knows too. The probe's confirmed it. Sees that this is exactly what he wants to see with this choice of build from Nice. Haas getting wind of these 4 Stalkers as they come through this part of the map, but does not know about the Prism just yet. or the gateway count.
3 more Stalkers warping in on the high ground on the front. Immortal starts. I think Haas realizes he's in a spot of bother, but it's a little more than a spot of bother, Maynard. He's massively outnumbered. He is in massive doo-doo.
Massive doo-doo indeed, Pig. Oh my god, this gateway. A desperation wall in from Haas has forced to cancel, and Nice is in the house, warping in Stalkers in the face of Haas, whose 3 gateways have just finished up. He's got an Immortal popping out here, but Nice has got the Prism. Force field be damned. He can ferry units above it, below it, to the side of it, in and around it.
In, around it, everywhere. I mean, the probes are being pulled. Another sentry gets warped in. Okay, with the probes. Okay, another force field. Maybe he can trap these Stalkers and kill some of them. I don't know. That Immortal looks so vulnerable. There's so many Stalkers for Nice.
Yeah, he's got so much firepower here. He's targeting down the Stalkers, weirdly enough, but the Immortal seems like the prime target. There we go. He's starting to right-click on that one now. The shield battery is here for Haas to remain a good defensive tool. He's bleeding probes here.
That Immortal, he never focused the Immortal yet, and it is actually surviving. It's going to get to the shield battery. He can overcharge that, and he does. Whoa, he loses a lot of Stalkers, dude. Haas has held onto his main. Obviously, his gold base is still way out there. He's got Blink. He has an Immortal. He really needs to use that battery overcharge. Haas has not healed his Immortal yet.
He used the battery overcharge, but he didn't walk back to it.
He didn't stand in it.
Yeah, okay. I see what you mean. Oh, man. I mean, he's not out of the woods yet. Still a lot of firepower down here from Nice. He's picking off a bit of the production as well. Haas got, I think he's actually still got 3 powered gateways in the main base, and obviously Blink, a big deal, but loses a Stalker there. Every unit being picked off is a big deal. Nice still, a huge army supply lead.
Doesn't have the flexibility, is building an Immortal, doesn't have Blink or anything like that. He has the Observer though. He sees what's going on. Just going to move on down and clear out that gold base. Haas in a fragile position right now. He's going to try and run those probes, but there's no getting out of there.
And nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Maybe a recall, but do you really want to do that? Probably not.
Haas had gone DTs, maybe. A DT warping on the other side of the map would have been nice, even though there's an Observer over here, but I mean, with Blink, okay, he's going to move down with the Stalkers. They can't really, I mean, they can beat the Immortal, but it's kind of dangerous.
Looks like Nice is switching gears here on that Immortal pathing. Haas going to try and Blink into the main base of Nice. He can do that from this downward side ledge here, but...
He got spotted on the way across the map, though. But there's, I guess, only 1 warp-in was available. 1 Stalker won't defend this.
There is a shield battery, which you can overcharge. Going for the recall now.
Only gets 1 probe there. Oh, he's waiting for him! Oh, good spotting.
Okay.
Haas sees the Immortal and just recalls. Well done.
Well done. Now, both players are in a similar situation where they're 1 base and on 22 probes. Haas is going up to 23 right now, but yeah, as the start of this game goes, Haas has gone from 2 Nexus down to 1. Nice, always on the 1 with that big army supply advantage, which is now starting to go away. So he's expanding. He's going to try and get a macro game out of this, but still needs to keep Haas pinned back so that he can take that advantage away.
Haas knows he can't actually defend a base, so he might go like top middle or top left and just build a Nexus there. And I think that's a wise choice. Gonna start a pylon over there, and it's immediately gonna go down. Okay, Nice with some 6th sense is like, I sense a disturbance. It just immediately moves over there. What the heck? I think an Observer for Haas is really important, because otherwise that Observer is just gonna see way too much. He does start it up, so he should be able to clear that out, and at least at that point he can have a little bit of subterfuge. The probe does see that Nexus is not quite finished, and Haas is going to move down and think about taking his own Nexus.
It looks like he's got the money for it, so might as well. Gets rid of the hallucination there of Nice and is free to expand. And I think that both players are going to take a little bit of a breather here.
Yeah, hold down the probe key, both of them. Try and recover. A single prism. That's very dangerous. He's got Blink, so you might lose this prism, Nice. This might be getting too fancy, dude.
An expensive payload as well. That thing's got an Immortal in it.
Oh, you do not want to go in there, mate. You do not want to go in there. That's absolutely insane.
He's going to walk in the Adepts, but that's got an Immortal in it. That's dead.
Oh, he's going to lose everything. He's only going to get 1 Stalker for a Prism and Immortal and 2 Adepts. Okay. Oh, went ahead, get further ahead, or don't throw units away. Artosis is mad somewhere right now, but Nice gives up a little bit of his advantage. He's still obviously ahead with the quicker Nexus, up a couple of workers, but losing some of those valuable power units that were the real core of the edge that he had in this game.
See, Tastosis are a yin and yang. You know, they balance each other out. Everyone talks about the Atosis line, win ahead, get further ahead, but no one remembers the Tasteless line that he said drunk in a Hilton bar once, when behind, get further behind. The community doesn't know about that one, but it's true as well. Start throwing away units.
If your cannon rush fails, I mean, what do you even do next? I don't know how to macro.
Subscribe to my Twitch. Small shout out to Tasteless before we move on. He does have the best alerts on Twitch. If you don't believe me, go look for yourself. He's won the alerts battle. Anyway, yes, we do have Haas knocking on the front door of Nice here. Nice pulling back into the natural, has that high ground. Haas has got a lot of firepower here, but this is such an awkward position to attack into. I don't see how he gets the fight that he wants. Ooh, depth in the main.
Yeah, they're going to cause problems if they sync up.
They're not target firing.
Okay, so Nice has Blink, and he has such an overwhelming Stalker count. I think he can just kill Haas. I think he might just be able to blink on Haas's army. And there's 3 Immortals, so it's scary, but honestly, I think Nice can just YOLO that.
You'd blink on that?
I wouldn't, but I think he can. I'm a coward, Maynard. This is why I suck at PvP.
I just like to sit in the comfort of my home and yell at people for not doing what I can't do myself.
I mean, I'm simply pointing out that Haas right now, containing him, is a very small child trying to hold down a bull. Nice has a much scarier army, and Haas has got to be careful. He's going to get caught playing with fire.
Oh, man. These are deaths, dude. They're finding so much damage. This entire mineral line just removed there. 16 probes did. Massive.
Yeah, that's a great move. I mean, I love the way Nice just locks himself down at home, does little tactical backstabs, and yeah, I think he could go across and probably just kill Haas at any point, but I think he's gonna kind of expand, get ahead, add more upgrades, keep on building these power units. It seems like just fantastic play all around, and Nice keeps searching for these corner bases and not finding anything. Nice, I think he's looking poised to get to another season finals. A flash in the pan. As winning that last season, perhaps.
Maybe. Could be, you know, yeah, he had that win to fall, but if Nice wins this event, it is another year of Nice as far as we're concerned.
Yeah, two out of 3, and he won 3 out of 3 last year. So the tough position for Haas, who used to be the king of the region, but Nice is just so damned well rounded. And here we go, Immortal Sentry Stalker's coming on out.
That triple Immortal's a little bit scary, but Nice has brought his own, and he has an obscene Stalker count. He's got the upgrade advantage for now as well. It's now the time. He's going to try and bleed some units and blink back.
Disruptors are in the way for Haas. Obviously, Nice about to unlock his own Disruptor tech as well. Disruptor's a great comeback unit. We've seen him do crazy things, but down 13 workers, down a base is Haas right now. I don't know if they're going to be able to turn that around.
And Disruptor here now. Without his own Disruptors, Nice is going to have to use Force Fields to bleed out a few of those units of Haas without taking too much of a committal. A big aggressive blink would be, I mean, not the first time we've seen it in the series, to be honest, but it would be madness.
I mean, for Nice, he could do it still, because he can just focus the Disruptor down and then go for the Immortals. But with double Robo, as extra Disruptors come down, that becomes more and more of a silly idea. And Nice, he's not the guy to do that.
Good force field scoops, getting a few of those expensive units. Good blinks as well, avoiding disruption shots there. Every sentry pick-off is 100 gas down the toilet. Good stuff there from Nice. He's just bleeding Haas dry. It's like death by 1,000 cuts at the moment.
+2 does start up for Haas. Haas needs to probe up, but he's so afraid of dying against this giant army on his doorstep. So Nice with this pressure, going DTs, going second robo, probing non-stop, getting ahead in all the other regards, and he's not losing units to do it. These Stalkers taking shots, they're not taking deaths though.
Nova connects with the sentry, but the Stalkers are remaining alive. And Nice does have the head start on the upgrades as well. Looks like his Disruptors are actually chilling at the 3rd Nexus, using them just in case of a counterattack, I guess. But Haas doesn't have the luxury of splitting up his army to counterattack.
Ooh, DT drop. That would probably be the finishing blow. Honestly, I don't see how Haas could possibly deal with that. Nice split. Gets the Immortal.
Yeah. Yeah, just in the last second there, does get the Immortal. An immortal advantage here for Haas, but in comes the DTs.
Oh.
There's one cannon.
And
he doesn't
battery.
have Shadow Stride.
Yeah, the battery, the Stalker. I mean, this ain't gonna get much done here. And the Stalker should get that prism. Oh, they're not gonna blink for it.
Trying to hold position, wall in the DTs,
Oh,
leaving the Robo units
no!
exposed. Oh,
Ow,
man. I mean, Nice lost a few Stalkers, but he does reset the disruptor count of Haas.
Yeah, this is so weird, dude. The fact that Haas has survived now this long, he's got his third up, he's only down 9 probes, he's got slightly more army supply. Is he doing it?
The disruptors are coming in now.
He's not quite there. Yeah, I mean, losing his disruptors was really nasty. Gotta have some of his own disruptors just ready to threaten. Nice doesn't have a 4th base or anything here. So, I mean, Nice hasn't really built the hugest advantage economically. Oh, grabs an Immortal for a Stalker. Great trade.
I'm amazed these disruptors are still at home. Nice being maybe a little conservative at this moment. But, you know, Haas is definitely not dead. He was looking very dead earlier, but he's been patient. He's been, you know, trading relatively well. He's got another disruptor. Good connection again. Nice hates these Stalkers confirmed.
Ooh. Alright. At this point, I think Nice is getting diminishing returns from staying here. And I don't think he needs to. I think he could back off at this point.
He's actually just losing units now.
Yeah. So it's one of these things. It's like, it's cool that he exerted pressure for so long and used it to cover getting ahead. But at a certain point, I mean, Haas has just been building a few more things during this. So Haas has closed that supply gap an impressive amount. He is still, of course, far behind. And, seeing another disruptor. Sloppy.
Yeah, a little mistake there from Haas. Nice. Now grabbing the 4th Nexus. Is that misplaced, or am I just... Oh, no, it's right. I'm sensitive to misplaced bases.
Sometimes I get that same thing sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, the Stalkers don't find the prism up there. It's just out of vision. These Stalkers, I mean, Nice started to find some value in the last waves, and he's keeping it up. Oh!
Going for these Immortals. Enough damage out for these Stalkers to do damage through the overcharged shield battery, but yeah, he is still bleeding a few too many units. Oh, this is nice from Haas. Sorry for that sentence, chat. This is very good from Haas.
Delicious. This is good.
Yeah. This is a positive outlook for Haas with these Stalkers behind the gold minerals.
Picking off quite a few probes there is Haas right now. He's going to get cornered, though. Got recall available. We'll use it. Yeah, only loses one of them. Well done. 5 probes for 1 Stalker. A good trade there for Haas. Can Haas get a 4th Nexus? That's what he's trying to do. He swapped into a more Zealot-heavy composition now. Dangerous against such a huge Stalker army. It's only got 1 Observer, does Haas. Really needs that 4th base.
Once again, he's leaning into the charge lots again. Something that Nice hasn't been doing as much. But Haas seems to really love charge lots at this point in the game. As far as, like, you know, it doesn't require a lot of control. He can split really well, though. He's got some nice splits against disruptors with these charge lots. But in a straight-up battle against the Blink Stalkers, they're awesome. And that was a kill, I believe.
Yeah, he immediately puts it down again. Ouchie. Oh, this is so scary still. I really want to see Zealot flanks, though. When he does go for those pushes, like Haas on Romanticide, he kept attacking from the front. If you've got 30 Zealots in your army, you've got to flank that. You can't fight it from one angle.
I'm surprised Nice did actually just go for the YOLO Blink on top of that top wedge of army there from Haas.
It's just the Zealots are always a little scary, even though the numbers are so good for Nice that he could do that. And, Disruptors. Oh, my lord. Haas is getting cleared out here.
Oh, yeah.
All of his Stalkers are gone. Now he doesn't have any mobility, maneuverability.
He saw the disruptors by themselves and he was like, oh, now's my time. But he was wrong. Unfortunately, the disruptors actually saved themselves because there's 6 of them.
Good shots. That micro is so good by Nice.
I think that might just be good enough here. Nice starting to take a pretty hefty lead in this game. The charge was trying to split against the disruptors, but not good enough. And there it is, GG. Oh.
Oh.
No, Haas. No. You didn't say the magic word.
Forgot to say the magic word.